John Fogerty, the old man down the road, from his newly released solo album called Centerfield, an album that he produced and played all the instruments on as well. It's a sneak preview video. And before that, we took a look at what actually happened at Madison Square Garden between Cyndi Lauper and Roddy Piper. I am Martha Quinn, and right here's some music news. Ozzy Osbourne recently checked himself out of the Betty Ford Center in Palm Springs, California, where he admitted himself for alcohol abuse. Ozzy told us how the center helped him get his life back under control.
It hasn't changed me as my outlook towards my music and towards my profession. I'm not going to start being a born-again Christian. I'm not going to hang around airports with books and flowers and saying, have a nice day, give me $50. Not for me. And at the same time, again, I'm not going to say to everybody, don't drink, don't do that, don't do that. But, you know, all I do is say, be very careful, because it does grab you. It grabbed me. It really did grab me, and I was not very well. I was a sick boy for a long while, you know. My marriage was getting a bit shaky because my wife was finding it more and more hard to deal with the madman. And the madman, I began to take my stage presence, which I always vowed I would never do, take the Ozzy off stage and bring him home, and it was happening before my eyes without me even realising it. So I checked myself in, and it was when I first went in there, I was scared stiff. I thought, oh my God, what have I taught myself into now? I'm always doing something crazy, like, you know. I had to ultimately make my own decision for me. I'm not going to say to anybody, do it, but it made me feel a lot better. It made me feel a million times better than I was feeling. And I do wake up in the mornings now instead of coming round.
Ozzy's first gig since leaving the centers at the Rock in Rio Festival. That's in Brazil today. Concert date information, we move on to Sammy Hagar out on the road. The Red Rocker in San Francisco, going up to Alaska, then to Idaho, to Washington, and this set of dates winding up in Portland, Oregon. Tonight we've got the world premiere of a brand new sneak preview video from the Cars called Why Can't I Have You? Now we see that less than an hour away at the top of the next hour, 7 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 in the Central Time Zone, and 4 o'clock out on the West Coast. We continue on, honey drippers, and more on the way.